behind me I have the bike that I will ride for this whole season 2026. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might know that I just sold my 701 that I've had since 2019. So it's time for a new bike. And since I'm a Husqvarna ambassador this year, I'm getting to borrow a brand new bike, and it is the Husqvarna 701 Supermoto 2026. I think I said that right. And today we're also going to take this bike through the Supermoto test. We're going to try to do wheelies in different gears. We're going to try to do stoppies. We're going to try to do some very easy off-roading. But first we're going to walk through the key differences between this model, the 2026, and the 2019 that I used to own. So let's go. So since I've only had the 2019, there's quite a lot of things that is new on this bike compared to that model. And one of those things is definitely the brand new appearance of this bike. And I'd say that the biggest shock factor for me coming from a 2019 is the brand new screen. The 2019 has the much smaller screen. I think it's the exact same screen as you would see on a Husky 501, the Enduro version. So coming from that to this, there is definitely a shock factor. Because I mean, this is way bigger. I'd say that it's almost the same size as an iPhone, except that it's a bit skinnier in size. I'm gonna have to get used to that. So at least from a POV perspective, if you have your GoPro on the helmet, people are gonna tell that this is not a real Supermoto. But I mean, I'm not really one of those people that likes to argue about if this is a real Supermoto or not. I mean, it has some disadvantages. It has some advantages. I mean, it's just up to you and your taste. And since I've had a real Supermoto before, I can definitely confidently say that I'm more of a 701 guy, at least nowadays. So what else is new? The color is new, the yellow color. I think Husqvarna is working really hard getting the yellow as their like branding color for Husqvarna. And I mean, I was skeptical at first because last year I did have the the vitpilen 801, which is also a yellow model. And it did take some time to get used to with the yellow color, but I mean, now when I'm used to it, I think it's dope. I really love the yellow color. And I'm not getting paid to talk about this bike, not at all. So if I want to, I could roast them. But you know, it's a solid bike. It's not a new bike. They've had this model for ages now, so I'd say that they have really perfected the model by now. Back to the bike. So new for this model is this. I don't even know what you could call it, but I guess you could call it like no, I don't have an English word for it. I don't even have a Swedish word for it. It's kind of sticking out a bit, which I like. Also new for this model, at least compared to my 2019, is they have ditched the yellow here. So now it's fully black. And I guess the reason is that it would be probably too much yellow putting yellow inside there as well. But other than that, we have the LED headlight. And there's some things on this bike that is not stock, including the side mirrors, which I'm not a huge fan of. They're very bulky and they're kind of in the way. I'm not really sure about them. And these foot pegs are not stock. They are power parts, so they are like 3 times the size as the original ones. I really love. They look pretty odd, but they are so nice. And then we have the Remo slip-on. It's exploded for some reason, and now it's like leaking stuff here, which has burnt into the aluminium. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened. It's probably because of heat. I'm pretty sure I could just wash that off, but yeah. Not 100% sure what happened here. And then we have Husqvarna's own tail tidy. It's not 100% perfect tail tidy. I think the original plate carrier hangs down to about here. So this is definitely an improvement. And it does have the license plate light, which I never had on the 2019. Because I removed it with the tail tidy. So that's good. Other than that, compared to my 2019, there is of course a lot of more functions on this bike than my 2019. Like there's a whole lot of stuff that you can do here, but I'm gonna have a separate video where I try out all the functions, because there is a lot of things that I want to explore and try out, including of course wheelie control. It's gonna be pretty interesting trying out. But there is also launch control, which it's gonna be super fun to try out. I'm not really sure if it's the traditional launch control that you automatically think about when you hear it, but we'll see what it is. It might be launch control or it might be something else. I'm not sure, but it does have it in the menu. And I forgot to mention another difference. The 2019 had a toolkit under the seat, so you just had to remove the seat and you had the original toolkit for the bike. But on the 2026 model, the toolkit is actually underneath here. So you have to have tools to remove the plastic here to get to the tool set, which I think is probably not the best decision they've ever done, but yeah, we gotta live with it. But there is a tool to remove the plastics there under the seat. So yeah, that's a difference that I noticed straight away. So let's jump on the bike and take it for a spin. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do is of course a sound test. And a good thing with this bike compared to my old one is this one has a click start. That is so nice. It's in the small details. So this is the Remus exhaust. You could easily remove the decibel killer from here. I'm saying easily, but it's not that easy. There's a small weld on the screw here. So if you want to remove the decibel killer, you gotta remove the weld. This is the sound of the exhaust. It sounds good. It sounds almost like my Leo Vins with the decibel killer. As I mentioned earlier, it's a cold day today, so we got cold tires. So I'm a bit afraid of doing some things. At least stoppies. Abandoned old school. Pretty interesting. I haven't been here before. As the first test of the bike, we could go off-roading here a bit. So I did change the settings of the suspension on this bike. Just because I'm a heavy guy, I want the suspension to be. So let's try make a small stoppie here. Yep. It works. But I still think that I almost bottoms out the suspension. Yeah. So that is something you gotta think of. Let's try one more here. Man, that is fun. That is fun. That brings me joy. So I'd say that it handles exactly the same as my 2019. There's really no differences. I do feel the power difference. So this one has 79 horsepower while my 2019 had 74. And I'm gonna be honest, this is Euro 5 and this is completely stock and restricted, but I do feel the difference between the two bikes. This one does have more torque, I'd say, so it's quite impressive. Just messing around. This seems like a fun road to mess around on. And this bike does have quick shifter. That's also a big difference from the 2019. And having a quick shifter on a Supermoto is really something important because, you know, on these kind of bikes you do really shift a lot. So you're gonna enjoy the quick shifter much more than you do on a MT-09 and so on. So, second gear wheelies, no problem. Third gear wheelies. Okay, I think I got no problems at all. Okay, if I want to do fourth gear, I probably have to get more speed. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna test that. We only got one thing left to do, and that is to go off-roading. Oh man. I mean, I guess this could count as off-road. Okay, let's go here quick. Gotta try out the bike. Okay, yeah, this is the place to go off-roading. Alright, we're gonna end this video with this amazing sunset. We did some off-roading, we did some wheelies, I did a brief overview of the bike. I think it doesn't get better than this. I will see you soon in another video. Take care.